rise in public discourse, in which a cohort of brilliant students have thought about the ways in which this rhetoric, which is dangerous and has real impacts in the lives of many, criminalizes, marginalizes, and in general dehumanizes immigrants in the United States. This representation of Latino communities, be them from conservative or liberal spheres, stereotype, homogenize, and dehumanize these immigrants. So essentially the US government continues to put them in cages, real and metaphorical. And this is very important. People are in cages in this moment, real and metaphorical, to play politics. And that is atrocious. And this is why we need to have these conversations. This is the role of academia in this moment. Amplify the voices of immigrants, because this dehumanization, this denaturalization that we see, that is created by discourse that simply generalizes and massifies a group of people who are complex, can be countered. It can be countered. It can be countered by centering their voices. It can be countered by having these sort of discussions. It can be countered by civic engagement, by community organizing and coming together to support, to stand against this dehumanization. This is why today it is my very good honor to introduce Jerry Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez understands deeply the struggles of the Latino community in Georgia. He is the founder and current executive director of the Georgia Association of Latino Elected Officials, or GALEO, and the GALEO Latino Community Development Fund. Both organizations have been a sort of flagship leadership in the Latino community to civic organization. Mr. Gonzalez's work has helped immigrant communities, equipping them with more than 600 members. Equipping them with the necessary skills of helping 600 community members. I'm sorry. It has also been recognized several times as one of the most influential Georgians in the last year. And for 15 years, with these two organizations, it has been at the forefront of civic engagement in the Latino community. And I could go on and on about these accolades, but I think we would rather listen to him talk to us about GALEO and the roles those organizations have in creating civic engagement in the community. So please welcome Jerry Gonzalez.
Thank you, appreciate it. Muchas gracias. De nada. Gonna hand out some info for you all to have. I think it'd be worthwhile for us to sort of start with a video to look back on 15 years of us as an organization and what that has meant. And we have that video because GALEO turned 15 last year, and as you know, in the Latino community, we celebrate quinces. So that's true for organizations as well. So we had a quince for GALEO in which we took a moment to look back on 15 years of our history and wanted to make sure that we captured that moment.
As we proudly celebrate 15 years of GALEO, we look back on our legacy of education, social, and political impact. GALEO was established in 2003 to be a catalyst for civic engagement of the Latino community in Georgia. The following year, the GALEO Latino Community Development Fund was established to be the programmatic arm of GALEO for leadership development, voter engagement and education and engagement of policy matters important to the Latino community in Georgia.
When both organizations were established, the Latino community in Georgia was not well represented, nor was it a viable electoral force. Despite significant growth of the Latino and immigrant community in the state, there was limited engagement of the Latino community and electorate. The Latino electorate accounted for only 10,000 registered voters. Only 5 elected officials in Georgia were Latinos, 3 state legislators, 1 city council member, and a judge. Latino registered voters in both Long County and Atkinson County were being singled out for disqualification on the basis of nothing more than their surname.
Given those conditions, we didn't hesitate and we hit the ground running. In 2004, Galeo instituted the Georgia Latino Vote Project. That same year, our grassroots leadership program, Leadership Plenty, was launched. The first Galeo Power Breakfast was held, and the city of Doraville recognized Hispanic Heritage Month. Galeo registered more than 4,000 new Latino voters that year.
In 2005, Galeo launched leadership training programs in Atlanta and Smyrna, and began accepting applications for Athens and Dalton. Galeo members and board members began receiving awards for their leadership and contributions to the community. Since its inception, Galeo has continued to pursue its vision for a better Georgia where the Latino community is engaged civically and its contributions and concerns are recognized and respected.
Over the past 15 years, we've hosted U.S. senators and representatives, foreign diplomats, business leaders, lawyers, judges, and poets.
We've published research reports, participated in hearings at the local, state, and federal levels, helping educate policymakers.
We've worked diligently against anti-immigrant legislative initiatives, striving to ensure that voting access is protected for the growing Latino elect.
We've engaged in the nonpartisan recruitment of Latinx candidates for elected office. The majority of Georgia's Latino elected officials and former elected officials across political ideology have been involved with Galeo and in promoting our mission.
We've provided leadership training through the Galeo Institute for Leadership. To date, the Institute for Leadership has graduated 604 community members from across the state, many of whom have gone on to start their own nonprofits, become more involved in the political process, and/or been elected to local office.
We've offered ongoing leadership development through the Galeo Leadership Council, the Latino Leaders Summit, and the Spanish Language Latino Leadership Conference.
We've conducted lobby education and training while we've helped organize and we've participated in many marches and rallies. We have hosted citizen workshops and we've helped ensure that Latinos will be counted for the U.S. Census.
We've spearheaded efforts for better access to voting and Spanish language voting materials, continuing to monitor compliance.
We've helped register more than 33,000 new Americans to vote at USCIS naturalization ceremonies.
We've engaged in canvassing and phone banking efforts to educate and register Latino voters to get out to vote. There are now nearly 250,000 Latinos registered to vote in Georgia, outperforming the national numbers of Latino voter participation rates.
We've created the #IamGaleo social media campaign to raise awareness and promote unity of Latino community members.
What does the future hold for Galeo and for Latinos in Georgia? That is a good question given the many threats and opportunities that we see. However, with you and Galeo working hard to make Georgia a place for us all, we can have hope in what is yet to become a reality. Our story is not over yet. The story continues to evolve, to grow, and to strengthen. Our stories and our voices will be heard. Our community will be respected and will be honored for its contributions to our state and our nation. Through our collaborative work, we continue to build a better Georgia for us all. Join us at Galeo.
So I wanted to start, I was preparing for this and I told myself, I said, well, you know, that covers a lot of what we have done in the past several years, so I wanted to make sure that we reviewed that in that process. So, good evening, my name is Jerry Gonzalez, I'm Executive Director of Galeo, and it's truly an honor to be here with you all tonight. I'm gonna sort of give you a guidepost as sort of how I'd like to structure this evening. I'd like it to be interactive. So if you have questions throughout, feel free to interrupt. I don't have a problem with that. Let me know and we can pick up from where we left off. But I want to this gave you sort of a visual background of it. I want to go a little bit deeper as to sort of the progress that's been made and talk numbers and see charts and graphs and everything. But then I also want to hear from you all. And given the context that was laid out, certainly there was a lot to talk about with everything that's happening in the current administration has taken a really hostile, anti-immigrant, anti-Latino posture against our community, that there's a lot to unpack there as well that we can spend some time talking about. So I want to start with that. Feel free